Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your September 2019 general reading. We are looking at the first half of September from the 1st through the 15th. Welcome to everyone here, newcomers, first timers. Welcome back to followers and subscribers. Thanks for taking the time to tune in today. And for those of you who take the time to like, share, subscribe, and send in all your comments, support, and feedback, always welcome and always appreciated. And big note of gratitude always to all of my clients out there, regular and new, not only for keeping me so busy with personal readings, but for so many of you returning over and over again. I've just been realizing lately how many of those of you who I'm privileged to call my clients are returning clients and regular clients. So thank you very much for the honor and the trust. I am always conscious of it. All right, well, moving right into this. This reading is for the water sign of Scorpio for the first half of September 2019. And by the way, for any of you who are interested in setting up a personal reading with me, you can click on the description link below for more info and contact details. You can email me directly. That email address is there, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I can usually return your initial inquiry with more info the same day or within the first 24 hours. And as I do readings full-time, 6 days a week, I'm very blessed to be able to have that be all that I do most of the time. I'm pretty diligent at being able to work with both my schedule and yours to get you readings as quickly as possible. So send me an email if you're interested, and we'll set something up for you. I offer a wide variety of readings in all areas of life. Okay, Scorpio, let's see what's in store for you for the first half of September. As you know, general readings always resonate a little differently with everybody, so watch your other signs if you know them. It can provide additional info and clarification. Rising sign, moon sign, Venus signs, or for those of you who are cross watchers. Okay, Scorpio. We begin with the King of Cups, followed by death and transformation. We have the Ace of Cups, followed by the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. From the bottom of the deck, overall focus and energy is the Ace of Swords. Two aces, two new beginnings, two new opportunities. One of the heart and the emotional space with the Ace of Cups, and one of the head, new information, epiphany, new perspective. Overall energy is seeing something in a new way or new information coming off. It's kind of like the light bulbs going off over your head, Scorpio. Swords is about what goes on up in our heads, our thoughts, our perceptions, our belief systems, our ideologies, because that affects the way that we communicate, because it's also about words and communication. Truth, illumination, wisdom, higher education and learning, everything that has to do with our heads, governed by the element of air. That's the suit of swords. The Ace of Swords comes in and it cuts away all extraneous fantasy and illusion and exposes and illuminates something for being exactly what it is, the truth. It can represent new ideas, a brand new idea coming in, seeing something from a fresh new perspective or in a way you've never seen it before. And you also have the Ace of Cups, which is another seed, because aces represent the number one seed, the spark. This is water energy, which is the element which governs cups, and this is emotional energy of the heart. It can represent new love and romance. It can represent emotional renewal in an already existing relationship. It can represent emotional renewal in your, making a comeback after some difficulty or heartbreak or loss or any kind of challenge. It can represent the heart beginning to open up again and that emotional hopefulness springing forth, in addition to new love and romance. There is an ending that has occurred, and with the ending comes this new beginning and new opportunity. And because we have death, that clarifies you, the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, Sun, Moon, or Rising, someone who has a pretty good, stable, balanced place with their emotions, which the King of Cups does He's often called the King of Cool, sitting on his throne in the midst of a body of water in some tarot decks, and all around him the water has got, you know, waves and foam and choppiness, but he's sitting there cool, calm, and collected. Kings and queens represent individuals who started off as pages and have matured and evolved and grown through success and triumph and failure and defeat and trial and error until they've reached a point of self-mastery and self-balance and self-control over the character traits inherent to their suit. So the King of Cups is emotionally stable. He is in touch and in tune and intuitive, emotionally and spiritually, with his own feelings and the feelings of people around him. Good source of support, feedback, comfort, love, just like the Queen of Cups. Always knows what to offer, when to offer, or when not to offer, which can also be almost as important. Knowing what not to say and when not to say things is just as important as knowing when to say and what to say as well. The King of Cups has a really good balanced control over that as well in his life and in other people's emotions. He tends to have very good relationships because he's very intuitive about other people's space and respectful as well. So for many of you, this is you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. You know, standing in that emotional stability. For some of you, it might be another water sign that's important or significant or influential in this situation in the first half of September, another Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or somebody who manifests the character traits of the King of Cups. So there is an ending and a transformation happening. Because it's funny, death shows up, it's a major arcana card. You've got 2 major arcana cards here so far out of 5. So pretty significant here. Whatever these opportunities are, they're significant opportunities and significant new beginnings, which I love to see in the same spread with death, which represents the ending of something. It's often the ending of something external. Sometimes it can mean the physical death of someone, but we don't often look at that. It does represent the ending often of something external, like a situation, perhaps a relationship or a job of some kind. It represents the ground being cleared out in a pretty final way so that something new can be planted and you can begin to grow and manifest something else. It represents transformation as well, because birth follows death, beginnings follow endings. That's the way, that's the cycle of life, that's the way it goes. And I feel like for many of you, what is ending is a way of feeling and a way of thinking and a way of looking at something. I feel like that's being transformed both because of what you're being enlightened by the first half of September, which you are, and what you're being provided the opportunity for in the Ace of Cups as well, emotionally. And I feel like for many of you, if there has been a specific ending, like a specific ending of a relationship or somebody passing away or something, I feel like it's actually, that's already happened. And I feel like what's ending is perhaps the way that you have of looking at whatever this difficult situation has been or this ending has been, a way of believing it, or perhaps a mindset that you adopted to get yourself through it. You know, like if it was a breakup, you know, sometimes during that time we cling to more cynical or jaded ways of looking at something, or very cautious ways of looking at something to get us through, you know, the worst part of the healing period. The danger of that is you can get kind of stuck in a way of looking at something in a very jaded or cynical way that actually kind of blocks or prevents you from having other opportunities or having your heart open up again. So there's some kind of transformation occurring, because I feel like for most of you it's a transformation on a mental and an emotional level. Something new is coming in for you, and it is completely being brought in by God, Spirit, your angels and guides. It is a stroke of good luck, of good fortune. It is the wheel turning in your favor. And the wheel always is, even though sometimes it feels like it's on the downside or sometimes it's on the up. When Spirit comes in to affect an ending, it's meant to happen. And the best way to deal with it is to not struggle or resist, because number one, you can't. You know, we have to deal with what we have to deal with. But getting stuck in it or struggling against it or trying to let go of what Spirit is so strongly wanting you to let go of is futile, and it just increases the length of what you need to heal and to move through it. So you have the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, this is beautiful, fantastic energy, Scorpio. The Ace of Cups, your heart is opening up again. Your mind is opening up again. There's been an ending and a transformation is occurring, and Spirit is like delivering it to you on a silver platter. Now, for some of you, this might be in the form of new love and romance, which the Ace of Cups can represent. It might be in the form of a transformation, a complete transformation of an already existing relationship. Like in order for it to move forward, there's a complete and total transformation. It could be some other part of your life that you could be embarking upon a new course of study. You could be embarking upon a new course of learning somehow, maybe college, university, or on a metaphysical path as well, which is having you see your third eye kind of opening up again and starting to feel like, there's still hope and love and beauty and joy out there for me. Pull a couple more cards, see if we can get a little bit of clarity on what this is, because this could really be a variety of different things, but it feels very significant and impactful. Your mind is opening up again, your heart is opening up again because of this transformation, and it is being hand delivered to you from Spirit. We have the King of Wands and the Three of Swords. It's interesting because I keep feeling this link between the water and the fire signs. It's like there's some of you that are kind of involved with the other here. We have the King of Wands, which is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or somebody who manifests like the King of Wands, if this is a relationship or partnership issue. The Three of Swords, which I feel is what occurred already. So for some of you, this might be, I feel like this King of Wands is the person you had some kind of relationship or partnership with. For those of you that broke up with this, there may be some new love and romance coming into your life, or something new coming into your life that is making your heart open up again and making this healing, whatever the source of this emotional pain, be a thing of the past. It could be that there is another love and romance interest coming in that is putting this emotional pain in the past to rest as part of the healing process to help you heal. For some of you, it's going to be a relationship which there have perhaps been a breakup or a lot of emotional pain and a lot of difficulty, and you might be coming back together again, an emotional renewal, a reconciliation, or an emotional renewal, a healing and a rebalancing of what was broken before. For some of you, it could be that you are that it might not have anything to do with a present romantic relationship or opportunity, but you are on a path of enlightenment, whether that's in perhaps personal therapy or whether it's in a specifically guided metaphysical or spiritual path. There is a path of enlightening that is helping you gain a different perspective on a mental and emotional and third eye level on a past relationship that broke your heart, basically. Any way you look at it, Scorpio, it is a beautiful time this first half of September. I mean, just look at these cards. They're absolutely gorgeous. And death transformation here is quite positive because there's transformational energy all over this. And God, Spirit, your angels and guides this is being delivered to you by Spirit. It's time. There's a opening up again, and there's a healing element here too. I mean, I'm not seeing the Six of Swords or some of the other cards that we associate with healing, but there's a strong sense of healing here because of what was broken in the past, of difficult emotions, breakups, heartbreak, heartache, loneliness is what I'm feeling here too. You're being presented with an opportunity to move forward into a point of renewal and a new perspective on past pain too, but not in a way that you still cling from it, in a way that you're learning from it and saying, oh, I see, I understand now, and moving forward from there. It's beautiful, beautiful reading, Scorpio. So Scorpio, that is your reading for the first half of September. I hope that you enjoyed it. It feels very significant and profound. If it resonated for you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something specific in your life, please feel free to reach out for a personal reading, or if you're interested in any other kind of personal reading, you can email me directly at Maggie, the number 1 McGuire. Sorry about that. at Maggie, the number 1 McGuire at gmail.com. I offer a wide variety of readings, and I would be very happy to work with you. I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the September 2019 mid-month general readings. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Take care. Bye-bye.